Who wants to get a little bit better? If so, you should comment yes right now in the comments. Coming to you live with some amazing content to encourage and inspire and build you up. Oh my gosh, I just about knocked my notes over and my hot tea. Don't get nervous, I've done this before. Okay, so wanted to talk to you today about something that, oh my goodness, I have so many conversations about this. Because this particular thing that I'm going to talk to you about, it's like in the top 3 habits that have radically changed my life and enabled me to manifest at least the degree of success that I have at this point. And a lot of people are not believers in what I'm getting ready to talk to you about, but hopefully I might convince you before this video is over, because here's what people are asking me about. What's the big deal, Mark, about affirmations? Now, people call them all kinds of different things. They call them affirmations, declarations, incantations. I'm not a fan of that one because I'm not casting any spells on anyone. People call them affirmations, confessions for you believers who like to say we're going to confess over our lives. I don't care what you call it, but the idea is, what I call affirmations is daily declarations over your life that are creating your best life, that are creating the life of your dreams. Now, I have one particular client, love this guy, and he's like, when we first talked about this, he's like, man, that's like rainbows and unicorn farts. Yes, I said unicorn farts because these are fictitious things, like the end of the rainbow is a fictitious thing. But he was like, nah, that don't work. That's just hype. That's just like, woo-hoo. And then he started doing some of the work and took some of the principles and some of the lessons that I was teaching him, and he began to apply them in his life. And oh my goodness, his life is totally different about 1.5 years later. Now, I've been doing this for about 6 years or so, and literally this habit has changed my life. But why? Why should you do daily affirmations? Is this just the power of positive thinking? No, my friends, it is not just that. So I got 3 reasons about why you should seriously consider, maybe even make a decision today to begin adding this habit into your routine. And so why affirmations? Number 1 is because it will rewire your subconscious mind. Affirmations have the power to rewire your subconscious mind. Now, scientifically proven, there's a couple things that have the power to do that, and repetition is one of them. So when you take affirmations and you add the word daily to it, and you begin to daily speak over your life, the life that you want, the marriage that you want, the relationship that you want, the health that you want, the income that you desire, and you begin to speak over that, it begins to shift your thinking. Because most of you, like me, grew up in an environment that is a little bit more scarcity or lack or even poverty mindset. I wouldn't say that was mine necessarily, but there's this thinking that says there's not enough. Not enough for me, not enough for you. If you get some, then I get less. And so it's just this fixed pie. And so for me, when I began to do affirmations, it was really starting there. I started in my relationships. I started in my business. I started in my thinking around money and around abundance. And so when I began to shift these things, begin to speak these things, I began to start through the repetition. Repetition is the mother of all skill. Repetition is the mother of mastery. And so through that repetition, I began to rewire my subconscious mind so that I began to think by default in an abundant mindset rather than a scarcity or lack mindset. And that's not a fault to where I grew up or my parents. They're freaking amazing. But I think culturally, so many of us, we just grew up in be happy with what you have and be grateful for that. And guess what? I am, but I still had to shift to an abundant mindset. And so repetition, rewire your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind is directing the majority of your life, right? Number 2, why should you do it? Because it will activate your imagination. Affirmations have the power to activate your imagination. And so when you begin to speak these things, many of you probably are aware of the RAS, or the reticular activating system, this part of your brain that when you begin to look for something, like when you buy a new car and you get a Toyota Camry, and let's change that. You get a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, and all of a sudden you're looking around, and everywhere you look, there are G-Wagons all over the place, right? And that's because your RAS, whatever you focus on, wherever focus goes, energy flows, and whatever you focus on, you begin to see more of it. Your brain is working overtime. Your subconscious is working overtime to see that thing that you are focused on. And so when you begin to do these affirmations, not only is it the repetition, but it is activating your imagination, which also has the power to rewire your subconscious mind. So when you activate that imagination about abundance, about health, about strength, about when I'm speaking over my relationship on a daily basis, that my wife is my partner and my queen, that we are madly in love, that we are aligned in love and contribution is our purpose, I look for ways to make that true in my life, and it activates my imagination. And so you should do affirmations to activate your imagination to create the life that you want, which leads us to number 3, which is, why should you do affirmations? Like, what's the big deal? It is because affirmations have the power to manifest your destiny. Woo! Come on! God, come on. Do you want to manifest your destiny or not? Are you just going to wait for it to like fall down out of heaven? Like God to drop it out of heaven? Some of you more like the universe is just going to serve it to you on a silver platter. Life does not work that way. But if you begin to rewire that subconscious mind, activate your imagination. See, I believe that life and death is in the power of the tongue. I believe that we have the power to speak things that are not as though they already are. I believe that when God put you on this planet, He created you in His image, and He put inside of you the creative ability to manifest, to create. When God created you, He created a creator. Oh my goodness, some of you just need to grab hold of that today. So why do affirmations? Because God created you to create. Because you can manifest your destiny on a daily basis. And I think most of you here believe, no matter where your framework around God is, most of you believe is that we've got to see it here first before we can manifest it in our life. I say it all the time. If you want to be a millionaire, you're going to be a millionaire in your mind before you ever are in your bank account. You've got to be able to see it and believe it. And so that's what these daily affirmations begin to do. As you speak it, as you declare it over your life, all of a sudden you begin to manifest your destiny. So that's the big deal. I can tell you from my own personal experience, this practice that I do extremely consistently 6 days a week has literally created a whole new life for me. And I've given this tool to many, many other people. And when I first learned about this, just to give full credit, I read a little book called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. And I highly, highly recommend it. But he talks about the savers in there. S is for silence. A is for affirmations. Read the book if you want the rest, but it is a great book. And he taught me initially about affirmations. I began to practice this. And then I've had other mentors along the way that have taught me more and more. And I've just taken more and more in and been able to develop and kind of create my own practice, kind of create my own unique way of doing it. And guess what? You don't have to do it the way I do it, but you need to do it. I don't care what you call it, but you need to do this. Please take this video and don't just be like, oh, that's a good idea, but actually activate it in your life. Now, I answered the question, why affirmations? But some of you are sitting there like, okay, I'm a believer. Yeah, let's do it. But you're thinking, how do I do affirmations? Lucky for you, I created this little ebook about, it's basically a cheat sheet. It's real short, but it's 7 key components to creating daily declarations over your life that actually create results. And so I created this for you. And so I want to give it to you absolutely free. I got one little favor to ask. If you share this video right now, share it on your social media thread. When you share it, because it'll show up that you shared it, we will get to you into your inbox the free cheat sheet PDF so that you can create affirmations to get results in your life. Woo! So I hope this has been a gift to you. Gosh, guys, I'd love for you to drop right now in the comments and tell me what was the biggest thing you took away from this. Like what was the thing you grabbed hold of? I hope some of you comment right now and that you grabbed hold of, that you are a creator, because you are. But tell me, just drop it in the comments right now. I'd love to interact with you and get to know you a little bit more, serve you in better ways. So this is where you and me, we get off this video and we go out there and we give our greatness to the world, because somebody needs what's on the inside of you. Go out there, give it away. Don't hold it back, because somebody needs you today. Go give it away. I love you all. Have an amazing day. I'll talk to you soon.